Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. In today's video, we've got some trade rumors to discuss with the trade deadline almost here. But first, like this video if you want the Giants to beat the Chiefs. The last time we did this was against the New Orleans Saints, and they ended up winning that game. So like this video, and don't be that guy that doesn't like this video. And if the Giants lose, it'll be your fault. Don't be that guy, so go down and like the video right now. The NFL trade deadline is less than a week away, and Giants trade rumors, they are heating up, and particularly around Evan Engram. But first, I want to touch on what Joe Judge had to say in an interview earlier this week when he discussed and was asked about the NFL trade deadline. He said this: "I've made it very clear in my terms of vision of the team and where I want to build it. It's being built for long-term success. I have a lot of faith in the people we have in this program right now. But ultimately, my vision always goes long-term. I'm always looking at not only what our depth chart is now, but what does it look like at the end of this year, beginning of next year? What does it look like 2 years from now? Whether you're going through free agency, trades, drafts, whatever it may be, to me, you're always looking down the road in terms of not where you are immediately, but what do you have to do to get there?" Look, I don't think the Giants make a move coming up in the NFL trade deadline, but I thought Joe Judge had some telling quotes. He didn't shoot down trade rumors. He didn't say he was going to make a trade, but he did say that they are always looking long-term and how to improve this roster and this depth chart. Look, I don't think a trade happens. It's tough to make a trade when you're sitting at a record like the Giants are sitting at. You don't want to sell assets in a season that may already be lost. But if the Giants do make a trade, if they make a move, I think it will be around Evan Engram. There's a lot of reason for that. Evan Engram, he's in the last year of his rookie deal. He's set to be a free agent following the final year of this deal. And guys, look, he's still a good player. He hasn't lived up to expectations for the New York Giants, but maybe for another team, he will be. And look, the guys, you see him on screen, the notes on screen. Jeremy Fowler, he reported that multiple teams are expressing interest in Giants tight end Evan Engram. That's no surprise. Engram is a playmaker and a guy that could fit in a lot of offenses. It just hasn't worked here with the New York Giants and Daniel Jones. Engram, like I said, he's in the last year of his deal. And trading Evan Engram would save the Giants $3.67 million in cap space, not only for this year, but next year. You save the cap space now, and that rolls over into next year, and that is critical. That's the reason why I would trade Evan Engram. The Giants, their cap situation, it's not very flexible heading into the offseason, and if you can clear up almost $4 million in cap space while returning a pick in an Evan Engram trade, I think you have to do it. Evan Engram, he hasn't lived up to the expectations of being drafted in the first round. Through the last 4 seasons, it's been up and down, but mainly down for Evan Engram. In the last 4 seasons, he has 18 drops. That's been the Achilles heel for Evan Engram. That's been holding him back. It always just seems like once you want to drink the Kool-Aid on Evan Engram, you better put it down because he's going to make you pay. This is someone that's always been fool's gold to me. When the Giants drafted him, he was supposed to be this seam splitter, someone that could run down the middle of the field, split the safeties, and be a big play tight end. It just hasn't worked out for the Giants, and I think it's time to move on because, guys, the trade deadline's almost here, and you need to get an asset back in return for Evan Engram and clear up some cap space because next summer, coming up, it's going to be rough when it comes to Giants cap space and spending in NFL free agency. Let me know what you guys have to say. Predict it. Get your votes in. If traded, where will Evan Engram end up? Later in this video, I'm going to give you my 3 biggest Evan Engram trade destinations. But first, I want to hear from you guys. So go down in the comments and get your votes in. If Evan Engram is traded, where will he end up? And I mean, if a trade happens, what would an Evan Engram trade look like? There's already been some tight ends so far throughout the 2021 NFL season that have been traded. And we'll take a look at those trades in a quick second. But I think if you want to trade Evan Engram, you need at least, I know some guys think you're going to get a first or a second, guys. That's not going to happen. No one's trading a premium asset for Evan Engram. Maybe a trade like this, like the Zach Ertz trade that happened earlier this year. The Eagles, they shipped off Zach Ertz to Arizona, and they received a 5th-round draft pick and a replacement-level rookie cornerback. Maybe that's a similar deal that the Giants could look. If you could get a 5th-round pick and a player that may be able to be a guy that could claim a roster spot and be a guy that may be able to add some production to your secondary, I think I'd pull the trigger on that. You're not going to get a big draft pick for Evan Engram. Maybe you get a 5th-round pick. Maybe you get a supplemental player like this guy, Trey Gowan. I don't know. Maybe you get a trade package like this that the Vikings got when they traded for Chris Herndon. They did get a 4th-round pick from the New York Jets, but they also shipped off a 6th-round pick. But a key part in this trade is the Vikings, they ate some of the cap on that deal. So it gave the Jets more incentive to give up a 4th-round pick. Could you get a 4th-round pick for Evan Engram? Could you get a 5th-round pick for Evan Engram? Go down in the comments and let me know right now. This is your turn to get your votes in. Would you trade Evan Engram for a 5th-round pick? If you would, go down and type yes, or if you wouldn't, if you don't think that's enough, if you want to hang on to him, go down and type your no's. Evan Engram trade destinations. We looked at what some trade packages may look like, maybe a 4th or 5th-round pick as on top of a player in the secondary. What about the Buffalo Bills, a team that is surging in the AFC right now, a team that is a contender to win the AFC and get to the Super Bowl? Dawson Knox, their starting tight end, he's hurt right now. And Evan Engram, he could slide in and be a big piece in this Brian Daboll offense with Josh Allen. The Bills, they could go all in. This could be the last time that they have Brian Daboll as their OC, and the last time Josh Allen will really be on a cheap deal because that contract, it is set to kick in very, very soon. Evan Engram, I think he would fit really well on this Buffalo Bills roster, and I think him and Josh Allen could form a good duo. If I were to do a deal with the Buffalo Bills, I would need a 5th-round pick back for them, considering it would be a late 5th-round pick since they're going to end up with a really good record. But with Dawson Knox hurt and the Buffalo Bills potentially going all in because it may be Super Bowl or bust for them, I think that is the top Evan Engram destination. If an Evan Engram trade happens, I promise you we will be breaking it down on this channel as soon as it happens. We will have non-stop updates throughout the NFL trade deadline. I can guarantee you that. Around the New York Giants news, rumors, trade rumors. If a Giants trade happens, I will be right here breaking it down. And guys, I want to thank you. We just crossed over 2.5K subscribers. It's been a long time coming, and we are finally starting to get some juice here on Giants Now. So thank you guys. And if you want more free daily Giants videos, go down and hit that big red button. Evan Engram trade destination number 2, the Tennessee Titans, a team that screwed over my 9-leg parlay earlier this season when they lost to the New York Jets. So I hate the Tennessee Titans, but I think a team like the Titans could be interested in Evan Engram. They've really picked up their play in the last coming weeks, and now they are also an AFC contender. I mean, their guys that they have on the roster right now are not even close to the type of playmaker that Evan Engram is. Evan Engram is an upgrade over Anthony Ferkser and Jeff Swain, the former Cowboy legend Jeff Swain. I mean, guys, Evan Engram would, I think, fit very nicely into the Tennessee Titans roster. Him and Ryan Tannehill, I think, would form a good duo. And anytime you get to block for Derrick Henry, even though we know Evan Engram isn't much of a blocker, he makes it easier on you. I think he would add a valuable asset in their pass game, especially with the way Julio Jones has struggled in that offense. One thing I can guarantee you won't struggle at is getting free money from our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. Because if you go down to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code CHAT125, when you deposit $100, they will give you a 125% deposit bonus. So if you go to chatsports.com/bet, use promo code CHAT125, deposit $100, they will give you a free $125, and you have $225 in your bank account to bet with. And why not bet on the Giants this week? I mean, I have them in my pool, in our office pool. We do an office pool bet. I have the Giants covering the +10. But hey, maybe you want to go risk $5 or $10 on the Giants money line, and you could hit big. The Giants, they are +10 against the Kansas City Chiefs, and the total over/under is 52.5. So if you want to bet with them, go to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code CHAT125, deposit $100, and they will give you a 125% deposit bonus. The last one, number 3, Evan Engram trade destinations. I was hesitant about putting the Green Bay Packers because they're an NFC team. I think the Giants, if they trade Evan Engram, they will move him to the AFC, like the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. But look, if you want to keep Aaron Rodgers happy, if you want him to stick around, this is a move that I think would make Rodgers happy. That's got to be the number one goal for the Green Bay Packers right now. The history, it's all been documented throughout the past offseason that Aaron Rodgers wants out. Everybody knows what's going on. People think this could be his last year there. But look, if you go and add Evan Engram, a playmaker, a tight end that the Packers really haven't had since maybe Jermichael Finley, a real seam splitter, a dynamic athletic tight end, I think this could take the Packers offense over the top and maybe put a smile on the future Jeopardy host, Aaron Rodgers. One more look at our three-team list of Evan Engram trade destinations. I think these are the three most likely, but if you have another one, go down in the comments and let me know where you think Evan Engram might end up. If he's traded, let me know. Where will Evan Engram end up? I gave you my list of three, but I want to hear from you guys because you guys are what drives the show. More comments on videos means more Giants fans are going to be able to watch these videos. So go down right now and get your comments in. Where will Evan Engram end up if he's traded? And if you want more Giants content on your Twitter timeline, go and hit me up on Twitter, @MarshallGreen_. I'm tweeting nonstop throughout Giants games. I'm live tweeting through the games. I'm tweeting throughout the week on any news and rumors that I hear. My Twitter is pretty much Giants only, and I'm a Knicks fan, so I also got Knicks content on there. So if you're a New York sports fan, go and hit me up on Twitter and send me a DM so I know you came from this video.